Neck hurts. What's up? What's up, internet? Nice to see you again. Neck hurts. Oh, we're so the other day, optimistically, I said maybe we're 30 hours from finishing the main character. um, that's not that bad. That's like a week or two, if I'm correct. That's kind of optimistic. Anyways, you can see here. I think it looks significantly better. Anyway, how are you doing? Hope everything's all right. Get a glove on here. I've got a lot of, I'm saying boring stuff to do today, grind it out. I'm starting a little late today, but I think I'm just going to try to zone out and get into it and fix every single one of these lanes. This one is the only one that I am happy with. So I've got to redo the shoulder and I can't remember what this is called in Japanese, but the skirt part. We're just going to get right into it. Up, if I can manage to control this thing. Uh, I'm like looking forward to working on something else because that would be awesome. Can I do it like this? I don't know if I should do it like this. I think I have enough control to do it without masking anything, but that's probably pretty dumb. Let's mask this. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I can make it match. Maybe I can make it match without. No, no. I'm gonna make it harder for myself. Oh, that's ugly already. I mean, it's nice to see that there's an end in sight because for quite a long time there was not. There was no end in sight. But I don't know if that stress was kind of helping me to keep at it. Maybe it wasn't a factor at all, which I hope is the case. So I've been working to make myself someone who can really get into their art without like going through artist block and all that. Um, uh, I've been trying, doing a like self improvement kind of journey. It's always been very important to me. And there's been times where I haven't cultivated my skill or creativity, and I think I'm finally just about there. Well, I hope I am. but I have this fear that there's gonna be like 40 hours of like touch ups. You know, slightly changing this here just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, what the hell is that? Turning it exactly into what I want it to be. I hope not, because honestly, I only knew what I was drawing and not how I'm drawing it. That was always up in the air. Um, I think it's going to take me 5 or 10 more pieces to really develop a style that I'm happy with. Ah, bloody. There we go. Ah, what is that? Why is it doing that? That's so weird. I don't remember pressing anything down here. Don't. But thanks for stopping by, man. I've had company. I think every day for the last few days, and it's been helping keep me motivated. I don't think about how long it takes, and that helps me not stress out about how much time I've invested into the thing, which has really been quite a lot. See, does that make it look like that? No, makes it look more like that, but that's not going to do it. I need to straighten out these strings. I don't like them being so crooked. When I look at my reference, they're a lot straighter, probably because they're under tension, and that makes sense. And unfortunately, I want this to make sense, so we have to do the things according to the laws of physics, I guess. Anyway, that already looks cleaner, so hopefully it won't take me too much to get there. It certainly seems to be going faster than the first time I did it. Maybe if I try to be computer smart here and zoom out a little so I don't have to use such long strokes. Maybe. I went to something into fast drawing right away, and My hand is not warmed up. It wants to stiffen up. Lines. 40 hours. Thanks for joining me, Joe. No. You more like 400 hours. Um, I might finish it in 400 hours if I'm lucky. Uh, yeah, we're just doing lines today. We have to make this pad match this pad over here. Although we'll see. Right now I'm liking this one more, so maybe I'll make the other one match this one. Hard to say. Where's my gray that I used for this? I believe it was this. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've done way more than 40 hours of lines. Um, dots not so much. I guess I'm not that into dots. Yeah, that other one looks too clean. Did I draw that other one like straight? Did I just go like this? That one looks so much bolder and I don't like it. Look, there I go. Now I'm gonna have to redo the other one. This is my life. And they're only like 50 hours apart, so be lucky to remember my process. But this isn't coming out right. I don't remember how I did it. That doesn't look right. Damn, I can't make this look like the other one. I gotta figure out how the hell I did it. Maybe I'm using the wrong tool. Let's switch to this. So I'm probably using the wrong tool. Oh no, this one looks even better. Damn it. I think I used a tool without a soft edge last time, and this soft edges just look better. That may be the case. Oh well, I guess we gotta struggle through it. Unfortunately, that's gonna be my answer. Damn it. Let's see. Seriously, how did I do that? That's not right. Maybe I can do this. It's kind of looking right. What was that? Okay. Okay, maybe I can. That looks a lot more similar. Hmm. Man, I'm really tempted to just leave it, but now I feel like I could do it better. And that always kills me. All right. All right. Damn, that just looks better than the other one. Bloody hell. Why? I'm trying to make it look uglier like the one that I'm modeling after, and I can't do it. I used a different brush. That's probably what happened. And that brush just doesn't look as good. Well, let's see if I have a mask for that. It would be really cool if I had a mask for that. I don't have a mask for that. So maybe here? All right. At least that. The masking takes a while too, you know. At least this isn't its final place, so I don't have to move it around. I shouldn't worry too much about this. That's going to be behind the beard. Well, as far as NWOTHM is concerned, 2024 was a better year for metal. I'm enjoying some of these albums quite a bit. And I think the skirt, Kazi, I can't remember. Scuba Moose wrote it down for me the other day, but I didn't remember it. Kaz, Kazi, I don't know. So far, I only remember this part is the teko, and this part is the kote, or the sleeve is the kote. The mask is the mempo. It's hard to remember all that stuff. But some of it's sticking. I don't know any other parts. I don't think I do. Yeah, I just looked at this and immediately I was like, it looks cruddy. Why? Why does this other one look so much better? So why not do the work that I've done before over and over and over again? I honestly would wish I had some other digital artists in here to tell me where I'm actually at, like what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, if anything. Uh, if I'm objectionably good or awful. It would be nice to get some criticism because um, everything is such a mystery to me. I mean, at the end of the day, like my opinion is going to be what matters the most because, well, as if you've seen, if I'm not happy with something, I change it. But uh, the parts that I consider done or near done do make me happy. Uh, I don't know how happy exactly is the problem. Like, how proud of myself should I be? Well, I mean, I appreciate all forms of criticism, but I would appreciate constructive criticism a little bit more. You know. Let's see. I mean, this looks better, right? Does it look like this part yet? Whatever I did over here. Okay, there's similarity there now. Some. Uh, Scuba Moose has been helping me out. That guy's got it. He says he has no artistic talent, but he's got a good eye. I'm like, oh, something's wrong with this. And then, like, I'm saying it and I see the comment pop up. I was like, oh, Okay, good. I'm not crazy. You saw it too. And yeah, like saying you have no talent and then telling me exactly what my thoughts are. It's like cool. Definitely got some talent. That's probably like when I philosophize, I start thinking um becoming very reductionist, and I like to think that fighting fighting is like 80% positioning. If you can do that, everything else will fall into place. Kind of literally, and I think art is similar, but it's probably about 80% being able to see and only 20% execution. As you can see, if you take enough time with something and stumble your way through it, eventually you can make something come out of it like I've been doing. I don't think any digital artist worth his salt would take as long as I have to do this. Uh, it reminds me of this blacksmith I used to watch on YouTube, Chandler. He's like, oh, a lot of people say I'm just a monkey with a hammer because like he solves all his problems with a hammer. Like, but isn't that what blacksmithing is? You just smashing good. Like, what's I don't know. I don't see a problem with it. But he had been doing it for quite a while, so you imagine after a while he should be getting better at it. I think the maybe the road of discovery is what he was after, and he was just learning by himself. And that's where his struggles came from. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself now because that's what I've been feeling. But I don't know. I mean, I got to get somebody in here. Most artists are too busy doing their own stuff, you know. I've been trying to schmooze some artist types on like threads and other places. Oh, to see if they'll come look at my art, give me some criticism. But I haven't been successful so far. So now when I'm instead of completely wasting my time on the internet, I'm being semi constructive and um trying to get somebody to interact with me so I could grow in the art community or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I really don't know how it works. Damn it, that looks better to me. Maybe it's not dark enough. I can't even start internet beef. People are too passive on the internet these days. I was gonna give the guy free art. and I couldn't even tempt him that way. I did do free art for one creator, um, but he only gave me a shout out on X, and like I have zero presence on X. I have basically no presence anywhere, but it's especially bad on X. So now I don't want to post anything on X because there's an edit button, like an AI edit button, and you can just edit anyone's stuff. And I'm just like, do I really want to just make art so other people can just use it for whatever they want, and like I get nothing out of it? Doesn't feel great to me. Not a great idea. Um, I know a lot of artists left, and I don't blame them. I'm like, I don't know if it helped me, like if it was, oh, like your art keeps getting used for memes, and I get some sort of credit for that. But you don't. AI companies here aren't don't exist to give artists credit. You know, they exist exactly for the opposite of that. So it doesn't sound like something I really care for. Yeah, I got to finish with the light color because that makes it look right. Uh, I saw a really good Clint Eastwood movie. Oh, right. Unforgiven. I'm up to Unforgiven 1992. Um, the 80s movies that Eastwood did, unfortunately, were kind of mediocre. Um, I was not a big fan of The Rookie with Charlie Sheen. It was all right. It was all right. I did enjoy it. It just was there was nothing. It was so very of its time. Like no guns that don't run out of ammo. They only reload when the story calls for it. Cheesy catchphrases nonstop. Uh, what I would call a popcorn movie back when popcorn movies didn't absolutely um well didn't absolutely vacuum the members between donkey legs. But so it was definitely better than a lot of the movies we're getting nowadays. But uh, nothing great per se. The of course, Unforgiven's amazing. Oh man, what a good movie! Damn, it's great. William Monies. It was like High Plains Drifter was the the dark deconstruction of the western, and Forgiven was the gritty, realistic take. Like like full on terrifying reality. I even felt like just watching it again after I was done, but it was late. I'm gonna be working late tonight too. Why can't I find this? Here we go. Where's my bottom plate? Bottom plate. So noticing now that I can see through this, and that is a problem. I don't know how it became transparent, but somehow it managed. Let's make you not transparent, please. Oh, uh, maybe do this. Fill this in. This shouldn't be transparent. Am I on the right layer? Yeah, it should be on this. Okay, turn this off. Why are you transparent? Good grief. This thing's just busting my balls. This should not be transparent. I don't even know how I got transparent. Or why it's transparent no matter what I do. Busting my balls here. Opacity's up. What are you doing, guy? Utterly confusing. No reason why I should be able to see through this. What is going on here? Tool options. Hmm. Seriously, I'm so confused. How you do this? Wow. I don't understand. I really don't. There's nothing different about the mode. Just out of curiosity. What if I do this? It's making it transparent again. Why? Oh, I'm so confused. I can see through this bloody armor. You're not supposed to be see-through, guy. Holy smokes, what is going on? Well, this is. Let's see if I can Google something. Um, let's see if I can. This is super weird. What are you showing me? Transparency mask or have an alpha channel issue? Do I have a transparency mask? I don't have any masks selected. Not just lower layer opacity to fix it, either paint directly on the layer. Alpha channel. I don't know how to do alpha channel on this. Oh, wait. Could it be? Ah, bloody bollocks. God, yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Great, 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 great. Well, I figured it out. So dumb. So dumb. Wait, when did that get? It's not transparent. I drew on top of it. I'm just dumb. Of course. Duh, figure it out. So dumb. Because I forgot to switch layers. And can I go back? Wait, why am I doing this? No, I can figure it out. Oh, okay. I can at least know that I know. Okay. Let's just do this. Oh, God. No, wait, what layer was I on? I have to find this layer. Why are you. Really? I messed that up? Okay, great. Sure, why not? Can we. Anywhere I can go where I didn't do that? No. No, I can't get back to where I need to. Great. I always do this. I always forget to change my freaking layer. Why not? Why wouldn't I remember something so basic? Okay. Wait. There we go. Now I don't have to redo it. And then go to right, right shoulder strap. Where are you? Okay. I really did mess this up in here, though. All right. All right. Crisis averted. Just a little panic. That's what I like to do when I do art. Panic. Okay, is that matching that? Damn it. This one looks. This one looks better. This one still looks better. Maybe I need to go smaller? Smaller. That looks pretty good. We're just gonna need. We're just gonna keep layering until it looks good. That's the only thing I can. Only thing I can figure to do. We're gonna do the. Just struggle through it. Just has to look cohesive with the other thing, so really no choice here. Imagine doing all this work and having one part of it that looks just off. Too bad it's such a huge part of it, too. It's like 30% of the drawing is this armor. or specifically the threads and lames. I don't know. Maybe my values are messed up because I respect tedious work. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but if you, one of my favorite artists ever, Bernie Wrightson. If you look up like Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein, and you see the amount of care that he puts into his work, and holy smokes, like you can, or look up Bernie Wrightson pencils or Bernie Wrightson inks, and it's just like the bloody most beautiful thing. And I think what does it is the attention to detail. Just every little line is just in the right place, just perfectly. It makes me extremely happy to look at it. Hope hope my work makes somebody else that happy one day. That'd be supremely awesome. And those, come on, stop messing with me. Sometimes I just miss. Uh, do like that band Hercules. I've listened to them 3 times to make sure, and they were pretty cool. Very, very unusual. But they're not going on my favorites playlist. I think where maybe if I remember to listen to them again some other time in the future, they might. Are so strange, so very strange, and wonderful at the same time. But couldn't click with them 100%. This band, on the other hand, this band probably will go on my playlist. What was it called? Attic? This I'm vibing with. Yep, Attic. Start you from here. I'm gonna go ahead and save this to my playlist. All right, well, rough start. That's the usual now. I'm used to it. That's the normal state of things around here. I start working on something I want. It causes another hour of work I didn't know I needed to do. I'm starting to get used to the setbacks. That's just part of digital art. So normal. Totally normal. Not psychological terror. Um, not not a form of subtle torture, just normal stuff. Let's go to this left shoulder pad this time that I actually noticed nothing was happening because I was on the wrong layer. As per usual, it's usual. Not torture. Digital art's not torture. It's not torture at all. I have to keep repeating it and hope that it becomes true somehow. Um, again, we are determined. We're determined to finish and not become demoralized. So this is going to have to talk ourselves through it. I didn't read it. I was wasting time on Instagram again. Um I don't know if there's truth to this. I think there is. I wouldn't doubt it anyway because the government does all sorts of mess up stuff. No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Go read the official papers on the Tuskegee experiment and all that, or the Dr. Love. I can't remember his actual name. Dr. Love something. Taking a bunch of acid with dolphins. Like government's done some weird stuff, man. Don't. This is why I believe this thing that I saw on Instagram, where it said I I think it was a CIA experiment. I don't know. I don't know. They're messed up, so probably. Uh, like don't take the details that I'm saying as true because I sometimes only remember the important part. And the important part was, if I can stop rambling and get to it, which is going to be difficult because I'm doing art and rambling is my normal mode of communication. But if I can get to it, the experiment was that they put a bunch of people. It wasn't clear if they were together or if they were like alone, but I think they were alone. It would make more sense because they were deprived of all senses. Um, like they're deprived of light and sound and all that. Like, and just put in a room by themselves. Now, the reason that I have doubts uh, that supposedly all these people went crazy, because that's what they said, that all of them went crazy, is because people go into sensory deprivation tanks all the time, and um, they're not suffering, although they do hallucinate. Apparently, uh, I don't know. I've never been in a sensory deprivation tank, so I gotta take everything with a grain of salt. But apparently, everybody suffered trauma from being alone. If this thing is to be believed, everybody was traumatized from being left alone in the tanks or in the rooms, uh, except for one guy who talked himself through everything. And he just said whatever he was doing. Uh, I'm sitting down, I'm walking around, I'm looking for a wall, I'm looking for a place to get comfortable, I'm standing up, I'm stretching my legs. Just kept talking to himself, talked himself through it. And apparently, he was not tortured by the circumstances. He was okay. Um, well, the reason I believe it is because the things that you tell yourself have a profound impact on your attitude. Uh, I mean, I've been doing it to myself for some time now, just changing my internal monologue, trying to have a positive mental attitude. Making sure that when I tell myself something, I'm telling myself something positive and reinforcing a positive behavior. And I think I gotta say, I think it's working. Like a few years ago, up until a few years ago, I wasn't the kind of person who could take on a project of this scope. I just wouldn't have the heart for it. And now I don't think I can stop myself. So I've managed to uh well, in effect, change who I am to a version of me that I enjoy more. I mean, I would be right now. I'd be playing video games or something, kind of pointless. Kind of. I mean, I'm not trying to get down to video games, but it's at the end of the day, I don't get something meaningful out of it. And as much as I might complain about something like this, I do get something meaningful out of it. Uh, I feel a sense of accomplishment, and I've made a couple friends here on the internet. That's extremely meaningful for me, and I get to hang out with some old friends. That's extremely meaningful, and I think streaming my art has been part of that process. Um, and I think I came to that conclusion because or I came to that idea because I was changing my my thought patterns and trying to maintain a positive mental attitude to the point where I could come up like with an idea like this that let me actually take actions to do the things that I wanted and not just say that I wanted them. Because I was doing that for quite a long time. Oh, it'd be great if I could do art as a career. It'd be great if this and that. This would be great. That would be great. Blah blah blah. But I wasn't doing anything to do it, and it was because of this attitude, this worthless inner monologue that I was going through. Always stuck in the idea phase. Oh, I'm so creative. I got all these ideas, and leaving it alone, not doing anything about it because the, I was valuing the ideas as opposed to putting them in action. Like, oh, I'm so creative. Like, I thought of all this stuff. Wouldn't it be great if as a passing thought, like, wouldn't it be great if I put it into action and did something about it? Again, I'm not trying to put myself down. I did write my TTRPG, and I wrote, I wrote one of a, uh, a short book. I wrote a short novella. I wrote the first part and I started the second one. But I mean, I did write a book. It's not very long, but I wrote it. So I have gotten some stuff done. But as far as when it comes to my art, I think there was always like a underlying fear of failure or rejection that I wasn't able to get past. And now I realize those things they're not real, they're not important. It's too bad it took me so long to get here, but I'm here. So no point in worrying about it anymore. It's just time to live in action and be a creature of action as opposed to a creature of thought. certainly done plenty of the former, way too much of the former, and not enough of the latter. Yeah, and that might be a complete thought. I don't know if I missed anything. I certainly said all of that completely out of reflex. So if anything didn't make sense, it's because I'm more focused on the lighting of my work than what I'm actually saying. I guess technically I'm multitasking. I'm also listening to some really good jams right now. And really good jams are really good at being distracting. This Attic band is so good. I guess it might also be conducive to thought. I don't know. But hopefully I'm staving off dementia, even though I'm sure I sound incredibly insane. Ironically, I'm trying to build and strengthen the pathways in my brain by being able to draw and speak at the same time. And I certainly have gotten better at it over time. Um, Luckily, when I first started, I had I had a buddy of mine, um, and he would always come bother me and make my damn stream about socialism, which I don't appreciate, but that's what he was into. So that's what the stream ended up turning to be about uh, incessantly. But either way, it was nice for him to kind of help me warm up to it and kind of get some practice and have somebody to talk to. And um, the last I want to say the last couple of weeks, I was really off of my game for some reason, and I wasn't able to blab my mouth quite like I'm doing right now, which is interesting. And I think, why did that happen? I'd like to figure out why it happened. I was like, man, did I run out of stuff to say? And maybe I did for a little bit, but trying to maintain my health and going out and walking helps me think of things to talk about because there's nothing else for my mind to do except uh, pontificate about whatever random nonsense might be rattling on in the back of my skull. Uh, no, no choice about it, huh? And walking's only good to you if you do it harder every time you do it. So, um, I was only doing about a mile, mile and a half, and now I think I'm doing over 3. And I'm pushing my pace nice and hard. So I think or I hope that the extra stimulation of my muscles and stuff is, I don't know, increasing my blood flow. And I've certainly been very, very active the last couple of weeks. After I get off of this, I'll probably watch another Clint Eastwood movie. I'm not sure what's next. And I'm not sure anything's going to top um I mean, how can anything top Unforgiven? Holy smokes, that's a good movie. freaking hell. You could argue some of his other older stuff is better, but I love Gran Torino and stuff. That was super cool. I think it's just as relevant today, if not more so than it was when it was made. Um, but uh, I think after Unforgiven, it's probably where my largest gap in Clint Eastwood films is stuff that I haven't seen. So I'll actually be seeing more new stuff, some of the old stuff I haven't seen before, some of the stuff a lot of the stuff I did see before. Josie Wales and High Plains Drifter and all that. High Plains Drifter is so good. That's a great one too. Obviously yeah, I think the Western ones are just the best. The the Good, the Bad, the Ugly trilogy. Those are amazing. The Dirty Harry films were pretty awesome too, though. I can't think of anything that's gonna top Unforgiven though. That's hard to think of. It's weird. A long time ago, so when I first saw it, I was just like, "Holy smokes, this movie's amazing!" And then I watched it again, and I was just like what? This movie's like all cheesy. What happened? I thought this movie was amazing. And when I rewatched it again yesterday, I'm like, what the hell do I mean cheesy? I must have watched like what version did I watch that sucked? Where was I at in life that I thought that? Like I don't get it. Because I saw it again and I was just like, what? This movie's as amazing as I remember it the first time and not the second. Very strange phenomenon. Don't know how to explain that one. Usually things grow on me. I think more often than I grow out of things. Uh, like getting older kind of gives you perspective on things and you learn to appreciate things for what they are. I have been hypercritical in the past, so maybe I was in a state like that. I don't know. Very strange. Don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, but I am on autopilot right now, so I'm probably talking whatever nonsense. And this music's so good. Hyper distracted babbling, the rantings of a madman. That's what I was supposed to name the stream. Dear diary. Hmm. Kind of feel like taking the liquefy tool to this. I don't know if we will. Don't really need to. We'll see. Just I'm selecting things. Oh my god. Imagine if I already had a mask for this. I don't. No, I don't. I think at that time I didn't know how to deselect, or I didn't know that if I pushed deselect, it erased the mask. And I couldn't figure out why sometimes it was saving the mask and sometimes it wasn't. Amateur. But I never claimed to be anything else. Um, I think after this painting, I'm going to start calling myself a professional digital artist. Uh, I've certainly put in enough hours per proficiency, which I need to, I never remember, but I think it's called like you take a class in something, it's called like Biology 101 because it's supposed to represent your first 100 hours in biology. And that's like a whole learning curve kind of thing where like um the first 100 hours is what you need to acquire proficiency. Well, I'm past those 100 hours, and I definitely, even though it took me probably 200 hours instead of 100 because I self-taught instead of taking a damn class, which I would recommend if you could afford it. That wasn't really an option for me. Uh, Even though it took me like 200 hours, I feel proficient at last. There's certainly no, definitely don't feel mastery of any sort. But proficient. I'm happy to label myself proficient. I can do that without feeling the gut wrenching feeling that I'm telling a lie in my gut when I say it out loud. So uh, that's how I know it's true, and uh, and not some boast, some boast. That sounds weird in my brain. Man, that looks really good, lightly shaded like that. But there won't be enough contrast from far away, so we can't do that. So instead, it's back to the lines. More lines, more lines. I gotta stretch here. Oh, auto saving. Cool. Do it. What's taking so long? I don't know how this program works, man. Sometimes I look at the file size and it says one time I think it said 3.4, possibly 3.5 gigs. And then like I save and shut it down and it's 2.7, 2.5. I don't, it's just like, where's that information going, man? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. How do you lose a gig? Where'd you put it, guy? It's no trivial amount of information. CDs used to be 700 megabytes. Not even half a gig. Doesn't look too bad. Clean it up a little. I need these to be straighter because they need to look as though they are under tension. Straight lines equals tension or strength. No, it's not dark enough. Damn, this song's so good. This is definitely going to be my favorite band of 2024. Now, when I'm, hey, who am I kidding? I was going to say when I'm done listening to my King Diamond albums, I can put this on, but I never am. Every time I put a King Diamond CD in my car, when that was a thing, it would just live there. It would live there for quite some time. That's what those albums do. All right, it's slowly becoming cohesive. Slowly, slowly. Huh. I know I've spent like 30 minutes to do just these three little sections, but honestly, that's I feel like that's fast. Perception. Perception's a B, isn't it? I gotta know. When I first started, I'd have been like, really? I feel like artists switched to digital to save time in the first place. Oh, looks like, yeah, just likes to disconnect and reconnect. Cool, good for you. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know how digital art's a time saver. Maybe if you're maybe if you're well, there's this guy I saw like that I've been talking to on one of the artists that I'm trying to schmooze, get in his good graces. Um you know, maybe as a network opportunity in the future. I don't know. Um I don't know how it works, guys. So, just trying to talk to somebody to get my name out there. Um he did a he gave me a link to one of his videos. Asked him if he like shows his process. What the heck is that? And he showed me a link to one of his videos, and he colored. So he started with ink, with some inks, like traditional art inks, and then he turned that. He painted it really well in an hour, and most of it was masking, like I'm doing now. It was just making mask, setting all his layers apart, and then using math to like color everything in. So it was a different process. He wasn't creating digitally, he was just painting digitally. So like an hour to color something in, um, that's not bad at all. But while his work was pretty detailed, it wasn't as detailed as this. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I wonder what he might say about a process like this. Anyway, like I said, I've been trying to schmooze up to other artists and see if I can get some help there one way or another. It still seems fine. You know what? Oh, you know what? Mm, I think I forgot to shade these strings on the other one. Maybe I don't know. They were pretty much supposed to be facing directly against the sun, so maybe I don't need to touch those other ones. I'm definitely gonna have to touch these with a shadow. If one of these sections takes me 10 minutes, then I can predict actually how long it's going to take me to do all of these sections, can't I? But I don't want to think about it. I've been meaning to go back through my videos and see how long I've actually been working on this because the last time I had it up, and that was quite a while ago, it was at 150 hours. Um, but then I get on there and I put every time I remember, I catch up. I go through and I set my playlist. I add these videos to my playlist so that they're organized, and then like I'm just like, screw it, let's plot on a Clint Eastwood movie instead of sitting here with a calculator. And the YouTube interface is like clunky. It's not that what's the word? Intuitive. It kind of got a fuss about. It's unpleasant to work with. Especially like you want to edit a video. It's like sometimes I'll mess up the intro, so I want to cut it out. So yeah, don't worry. It's only going to take 6 hours. Great. Let's see. Like I'm going to sleep. How am I going to remember even to check this? I never check them afterwards. I don't know. Damn editing features. Kind of butts. It's easier to download it, edit it, and re-upload it. I don't know why editing software takes so long to render something. It's like I feel like they're fundamentally flawed. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. But when I used to do it with a video toaster, I mean, I could slam out an edit 10, 15, 20 minutes. Certainly seems like we've gone backwards in a lot of technology. Like, who was that? I know I'm like, back in my day, damn you, clouds, kind of stuff. But, like, so we got, like, self driving cars now, right? Sort of. I mean, they might kill you, but other than that, they're self driving. Um, and it's like, okay, self driving cars, cool. You know, hopefully they get better and they stop running people over or slamming you into road hazards. That'd be cool. Um, or like the glasses that the Chinese guys sell, where it has pictures of your eyes in it. They have pictures of eyes so that the Tesla thinks that your eyes are open. So because they don't shut the car off if you fall asleep because you're not supposed to let it drive unsupervised. Come on, that's some ridiculous technology, man. Like, um, but back in the day, I heard these legends about these creatures called horses, and if you got too drunk, you could just somebody could put you on your horse, and the horse knew the way home, and the horse would just take you home. So cool, automobiles, awesome, but um, horses, man, this is self-driving, and it knew where you lived, and it got you home. Like it wasn't like I'm not saying the trade wasn't worth it, but I'm not saying it was a perfectly straight up trade either. I mean, if you've ever ridden a horse, you know how much it hurts. Um, and it's bloody dangerous too. Horses have a lot of princess energy. They don't like you or what your butt's doing. Uh, they will not hesitate to buck you off, and good luck staying on. I mean, you could end up like poor Christopher Reeves or something. So it's a serious thing. But if you had a good horse, the kind of horse that got you home when you were drunk, that's a damn good horse. Yep. Man, if I had done this mask many, many moons ago. But honestly, I didn't know that this shoulder pad was even going to stay here. But I guess since I did it first, I've kind of been anchoring everything else to it. Or I think this is shoulder pad was the first when it first started to click. Unfortunately, it wasn't the last time I set a standard. But I probably should have. I should have stopped right here. I should have been like I should make everything look like this because this looks good enough. Because it doesn't look bad, but it's a little messy, and I didn't do everything else messy enough to be cohesive. I kept getting cleaner. And it looked good. It looked good messy, damn it. Oh, next one I do is going to be real messy to make up for this one and get it out of my system. Look, those strings don't even look that bad, but look, they don't touch. They don't go all the way down. Borders unclear. Just can't have that. Not anymore. Not since I went and did a bunch of clean work up there. Now it just looks like a different style. Maybe even a different artist. Nine's too much. Too bad that album's over, but man, I'm like, I'm not mad at myself at all for not making any more videos lately because they're just so much work and I don't enjoy them. Like, um, I try my best not to be a hypocrite, and I do preach that, like, if you don't enjoy something, you need to be honest with yourself and tell yourself you're avoiding it for that reason. I like the videos when they're done, but making them, like, it's just not fun at all. It's not, um, it's not fun, and it's not my thing. This seeing my hand do things in front of my face that make me happy, like, this is fun for me. This is fun. That other stuff is just not fun for me. I like when I'm done with it, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. um I did it, but it's a lot of work and it's not work that I enjoy. So I keep telling myself, I'm gonna make some of these videos that I plan to make for a while, and I just do this instead. And I don't hate it. I'm not angry at myself for it. It's like, oh, I didn't make that video that I've been planning for a year. Um, but I put in some time to my drawing, and I don't regret it. That's what I'm trying to say. But it would be nice to be done with this so that I can get on to a very many project that I've been putting aside to continue this. Uh, and it is a very many project that has been put aside. Why did I think of that? I thought of that because it was, I don't remember. Something reminded me of a video that I wanted to make. Damn, that looks really good. Does it look really so much better than the other ones? Yeah, a little bit. Damn it. Why does it look so much better than the ones I just did? That's really annoying. All right, whatever. All right. This band's a little distracting. It's just because I don't know what to think about them. They're not bad. I think I'm hearing. Am I here? Is it an organ, a piano, a synth? There's something really jazzy in there. It's very interesting. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I think I like this. It's very, very, very jazzy. I do like jazzy. I like to say that I only listen to metal. My friend, my buddy, once said Hector doesn't listen to music. He likes metal. And I'm like, yeah, I mean that's fair. But uh, that's the exaggerated version of me. I do like jazz, and this is like a jazz metal fusion, and that can often go wrong. Very, very wrong. Right now, it sounds good. I might have to listen to this band again, or just actually put them on my playlist because they're becoming more impressive the more I listen to them, and that's the mark of a good band, or at least a mark. It has a real like deep purple organ kind of sound to it. They don't sound anything like Deep Purple except for that, but that's kind of what the synth or organ or whatever the hell's going on is. Usually there's no need for a synth in metal, but it's really good to be proven wrong. Yeah. What's the it? It's like it keeps changing its sound because right there is like a church organ kind of sound, like gospel church organ. So it's probably a synth or a couple of synths. This just looks too dark to me. I'm gonna have to go up on this. I have to go up on it like a little person. Looks like no one's here to hear that joke. You you can't ban me if nobody heard it, YouTube. It's just a little joke, guys. Calm down. Oh man, man, I'm good. Yeah, let's see if I can salvage this by coming in here. Try to add a little contrast. It just looks better without being so uniform. Oh shoot, I'm in black. No wonder it's coming out so. It's like you can't really tell the difference too much. Don't know why it was set to black. I haven't used that color, have I? I can't really tell the difference. It does look better. I think those little tonal shifts from the light color left behind is what making it look good. We're not going to be able to do that over here. Still, it's going to need more work. Yeah, it's making it look more interesting with the other green in there. It's okay. That looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, it looks good. That one guy was right though about um, not relying on the back button. You lose a lot of. You just like don't. You stop learning. It's better to just redraw it over what you've already done. You get more out of it that way. Or at least that's what I think. I don't know if I'm shaving my nib. Keep finding little particles on there. Gotta give this band credit though. Never heard anything quite like this. What is this called? What are you? Ugh. Emerald Eye. Man, I wish a band like this had hit me up to do their cover because it's not bad, but it's definitely lacking in greatness. I feel like they deserve better. I mean, as if I have any sort of presence where somebody would hit me up to do their album cover. I think I just had a thought. I don't know what it takes to break into that field, but that might be that might be something that synergizes with what I'm doing very well. Oh, an interesting thought. Mhm. Uh, dumb. Whatever. I feel like I would be really good at throwing darts. Yes, that's a little random, but I mean, like, more so than usual, because I'm actually not the worst. I'm not as good as I used to be. Um, because I used to do it like basically every night, um, for a while, and started getting decent at it. Not good by any measure, but I feel like right now I'd be really good at it. Um, I feel like the control in my fingers and hands has gone up significantly. I feel like even though I haven't tattooed in years, I'd be really good at it right now. And I know, like, you're probably watching me miss all these lines and thinking, what the hell are you talking about? This is like supremely hard. This is much, much harder than a tattoo I've found. Um, Scuba Moose was on here talking about how he can weld, but he doesn't think he can draw. I'm like, well, I don't know personally. Never welded anything, but I feel like if you can weld, you can do a decent line. Um, Gotta have something of a steady hand. Be able to pace yourself, also super, super important. And like I'm coming at this from kind of awkward angles and stuff, so the fact that I'm actually getting anywhere near it, pretty cool. Oh man, you know what it took to work to a steady hand. Holy smokes, like non-stop tattooing, non-stop to get that hand to do exactly what I wanted it to. Every day, and all I do is stupid lines. Lines this way, lines that way. Lines, lines, lines. Holy smokes, getting to be more boring. But I had some level of determination then. Took me a while to get it too. This is this is more labor intensive. Although it doesn't hurt as much. Because the tattoo machine is heavy. It's heavy. You may not think 5 point something ounces, nearly 6 ounces is a lot, but after hours and hours, holy smokes, it's a lot for your fingers. It's quite a lot. I mean, like, some machine, I think my lightest machine's like 4.5 ounces, and the heaviest one's like close to 6. Still, that's about a third of a pound. If you think about how many times can you lift 1 pound with your arm, it's quite a lot. But like, go ahead and do it 1,000 times and see if it doesn't tire you out. And you can easily do an isometric exercise, basically barely moving your hand, uh, just slightly moving your hand. Or sometimes you're doing sometimes when you're shading, you're moving about as fast as I am right now. I like to move a lot faster. The faster, the better. If it hurts you, it looks good. But I don't always get to do that. It just depends on the how subtle the shading needs to be. The more subtle, the faster I move, the more it hurts you, the happier I am. Um, and not because of your pain, just coincidentally. Because it looks good. It looks. It means that I'm getting a high level of detail and subtle detail, and it's looking amazing. So that makes me happy. The pain is just a bonus. People look at me really angry when I start. Wow, wow. I'm just like, it looks so good. What do you want? This is, there's nothing improper about this technique. Could I do it another way? Probably. It's absolutely necessary? No. But is it the best way I know how? Yeah, probably. Um, so, I mean, like, they try to tell us artists that pain is beauty. They want us to suffer for our art. Well, if you're the art, maybe you should have a little pie of that suffering too. I don't like numbing spray either. Get that out of my face. And then, like, people don't know that numbing spray actually messed. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I'm 100% about to talk out of my butt. So take it as you will. But if I remember correctly, and I don't know very well because I never used them, so I was advised not to. Those numbing sprays are actually an astringent, and they make your skin. I don't know what they actually do to your skin, but they make it taut. They make it taut and tight and hard to work on your skin. So you actually sitting there making it harder for me to put the ink in you. Um, it's like, if you're paying me by the hour, maybe I could see a case for that. But that's your decision, right? If you want to pay me more for the work, cool. But also not cool because you're messing your skin up more. You're foregoing pain for a longer healing time because your skin's getting all messed up. And then I have to work it more because your skin's taut and not getting the ink in right. And then it's also more susceptible to damage. So not only do I have to work it more, but there's more danger of me overworking it. And then you're going to want to come back for the touch up. It's like, no, sorry, I'm not into that stuff. Um, Maybe it's a skill issue. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Might be talking out of my butt. Um, but maybe it's a skill issue. Maybe these guys are like just know how to work their machines so well and stuff, and they're just like doing amazing work, and I should shut up and I don't know better, and that is part of what you pay for when you go to a tattoo artist. But big old but shake it out. Um but what was the but? Oh, I had it, but then you know me, I go on tangents. Oh, there was something actually really pertinent I was about to say. I'm glad nobody's watching because um oh yeah, but and here's the big old but, a lot of tattoo artists don't care about your skin. They don't give a damn. They're there to get the work done, and like heels and whatever, you don't know any better and they're not going to teach you. So screw you. Who cares if your skin is all super raised? Who cares if like you can feel your tattoo, you get dehydrated and it's all pumped up? They don't care. Like not even a little bit. And maybe you don't either. Maybe you want to have grooves all over your maybe you want to have grooves all over your body like that. Um Maybe it's not that big a deal and I'm exaggerating. But I've done very nice tattoos without a single bump being raised anywhere on the skin. Very detailed, very worked areas that I work on like for quite a while and do many things to it before I'm finished with it with absolutely no problem. Um, and you know, no scarring, fast heal times, um, no raised skin, no touch ups necessary. So again, um, I could just be ignorant, but let's be honest. From the business side, if you can get it done quickly, um, and people are ignorant, don't realize that they're being cheated out of a tattoo with low heal times and absolutely no skin raised. If you can get away with kind of butchering someone a little bit and they don't care and nobody else cares and you're not telling them and you're the only one who can tell them because you're the damn expert, then you might feel inclined to do something like that to your clients. You might feel inclined, you might think it's okay, you might think it's not a problem, you might think they're not paying enough to deserve more from you. Um, I mean, I only saw it every day for many years, but you know, you be the judge. That's also one of the reasons that I quit. It's like I seem to have different standards than everyone, and as you can see by my art here, like this shoulder pad was good enough. It was good enough, but was it as good as I could do honestly? And did it represent me in the way that I was happy with? And that the answer to that was always no. It was clear as day to me. Like I want to do it really well, and what really well means to me, this was not whatever it was. Sure, it's just going off vibes or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I need to be proud of this personally. Um, I That's important to me. That's a value I hold. So, like, I don't know. Like, unfortunately, I don't share values with my clients that much. I guess, or I don't have values that are conducive to making money. Unfortunately, um, so I mean, so many reasons for me not to tattoo. Like, I didn't become an artist to. I didn't become an artist to put my values behind me. Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. Uh, this is supposed to be the embodiment of those values, not the surrender of them. Like, yeah, I could have a 9 to 5 and live comfortably, but only if I'm okay being dead on the inside. And it turns out I'm not. It turns out I can't be. Uh, oh well, man, if only I could be unscrupulous. If I could envy the psychopath, but I don't. Just know that I'm gonna have to do things the hard way, and I think that's a big reason that I don't give up on this drawing, even though it's taking literally at least 10 times the time I thought it would take. That's why it just pushes me to keep going because it's actually embodying those values that I pretend to have. Turns out I can prove it by acting it out. And that looks so much cleaner. So much cleaner. It actually looks like it belongs. Shoulder's getting sore, so I'm taking a little break. Old injury. This is the one from the car wreck. But also, I'm probably using it wrong. I'm using it wrong by reaching across myself, I think. But I don't know a hotkey for this damn tool. and I'm too stubborn to look one up because um, I'm tired of being a monkey and letting my monkey rage out, going full 2000 AD on it when I can't figure it out. It's like, you know what? I'm progressing at a decent rate. Why should I go through the settings and then just feel like it's a giant setback? Um, it's not part of the process that I enjoy. Although the other day I did make a brush, and I mean, the first time I tried to make a brush, I think I actually rage quit. So, so the other day I made a brush and it only took me a few minutes. That's a vast improvement. That's how I want to feel like I've improved a lot. I don't want to feel like I'm a damn dirty ape. I can't do anything right. So, okay. Man, you know what'd be cool? If I made so much money off of tattooing that I could afford somebody to stretch the skin for me. That really makes it ups the difficulty of tattooing so much. And I'm saying that just thinking out loud because I'm supporting my hand with my other hand. Um, and I do it sometimes without thinking, but um, I've been doing it more, thinking about it more because Scuba Moose left me a comment saying that he welds and he supports one hand with the other hand. I'm just like, It's like, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And I always felt tempted to do it when I was tattooing, but you can't. You can't because you have to use that hand to stretch the skin. Remember when we had to hold my buddy down, tattoo his knees? What a painful spot. I mean, he totally deserved it for picking at his knees, but okay. Look at that. I was just going crazy here originally, huh? And look at how horrible and unstraight my lines were. Oh, I was trying to make them straight. I think it looks like I was. I mean, they're still not perfectly straight, which is good, at least for this. But actually, they're pretty close. It's so freaking hard to make a straight line in this. No, it's like believably straight as opposed to randomly wavy. Span's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. No, I did too good of a job here. Isn't that a pain in the butt? Actually, I think that's continuously my problem. I keep doing too good of a job. And that makes me go back and redo it. So the work that I just did isn't good enough anymore. Why can't I just be consistent? And unfortunately, I don't know. There's some lessons I didn't learn until recently. I mean, I should have learned this already. I put like, I, I think it was 250 hours into the table that I did. If you guys haven't seen that, go to the last episode, at least of the table, like 50 some episodes, and see when I finished it. So you can see in the last episode towards the end there's a video that takes you through everything that I did. Well, at the beginning of the table, like I didn't really know what I was doing. And as I continued to go through it, I kept developing more techniques and coming up with nicer looking things. And I had to go back several times and redo everything that I'd just done when I was no longer satisfied with the work that I just previously finished the week before, and like a month before that, and go back and do it again. I wasn't, I mean, luckily there I knew that there were limitations to the markers and the table. The table wasn't meant to be drawn on. The markers were cheap Sharpies and whatever I can get my hands on. Like, so I had a lot lower expectations for myself than I do with this because I've kind of seen what other people can do with this. So I have a little something to base my work off of. Unfortunately, that too has been quite foolish because I'm comparing myself to others, which you shouldn't do. Take that advice, please. You should compare yourself to yourself when you're an artist. But I can't help it. And I mean, I think on some level, neither would you be able to. Obviously, you're gonna compare yourself to your influences and stuff. And my influences, in my opinion, are the very best. Absolutely amazing artists. And I expect something approximating that, no matter what I do. What was me? Uh huh. Man, what a journey I'm on. This is my own personal trail of tears, not to diminish the suffering of others, just because it has a catchy name. this strange blending together actually looked pretty good, but it's gonna have to be way more subtle because that's the way I did everything else. Yeah, because the first time I finished this, it was not up to this level. I didn't bother to mask it off or anything because I didn't know how. Man, so random thought here, but Drew McIntyre is champion. So you say his name? Um, WWE champion, and I hope it's to promote. I'm not even sure if it's true, but I heard rumor of a new Highlander movie. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I usually hate reboots, but um, I think Highlander might desperately need one. Those last straight to DVD things they did were sorely disappointing. Ooh, if you've ever seen the Highlander anime, amazing, so good. Um, just bloody great, really. It's real subtle. It's not like life changing or something. Um, right? But you're not gonna change your life because of it. But but you will. You should enjoy it. I'm like a very very picky person. He said I believe in standards. Hmm. um, I believe in having standards. A lot of people do these days. It seems to me, but this one, I have no complaints about. That's that's how strongly I feel. No notes. And normally I have notes even about things that I love because I'm just that guy. Like I'm listening to some really excellent music right now. Is it going to my playlist? No, because it's very, very good. But is it super ultra supreme good? Well, those are the things that I want in my life, right? That's the stuff that I want to make. That's why I'm sitting here for 3 hours so far, redoing a piece that took me many hours to finish in the first place because it didn't live up to my standards. I'm working over work that I enjoyed that I thought was good. And now that I've learned a little bit more, I can't enjoy it anymore. Um, it's like Dunning Kruger for enjoyment. The more I know about it, the less I can enjoy something, the better it has to be. The more I, the higher my expectations get. I'm the opposite, Dunning Kruger. Right. I understand that simple stuff is good because it's simple. If you're trying to be, if excellence is one of the things that you're trying to exude, then I expect it to be rather amazing. Let's see how this is going. I think it's okay. I do kind of miss video games though. Probably because I've been getting my butt kicked in Night Rain. Maybe want to play something where I can beat. But I've had losing streaks in that before as well. I mean, if I played more than once a week, I don't think I'd suck as quite as much. But that game goes untouched and unthought of until a game day comes. Let's see how that's looking. Yes, it's far more orderly. Yes, 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 this was the correct move. Okay. Wait, why are you doing it like that? Weird. I have no idea what any of that does, so I kind of getting the idea that it lets me use that mask on the entire painting instead of just one layer. Uh, that's just a thought. I don't know if that's true. I guess maybe one day we'll find out. Are you okay? What the hell was that? Something's up. There we go. Always messing that up. I'm just happy I didn't do the 2000 AD impression and uh, was actually able to figure it out in a reasonable amount of time. That is unusual for me, but I suppose it's becoming more usual, which is good. Like I said, proficient. Proficient. Man. Laughing at myself. You don't get to know what about because you're not asking in the comments. You're missing out on all the jokes. It's all stuff I don't want to say actually on the internet. Ah, people get touchy on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like curry an audience. Is that proper use of it? I don't know. Sometimes I use words in meaning which may not be perfect. Uh, especially because I'm capable of formulating new thoughts as opposed to just repeating new ones or old ones. I mean, it sometimes comes out imperfectly. Yeah. How many of you like being talked to in cliches? If you're into that, just let me know, and I can start pulling them out for you. I mean, I'm not saying I never use a cliche. Unfortunately, some of them are cliches because they're axiomatic. But like when you start getting advice from your boss and he whips out a cliche, woo, doggy. Boy, oh boy, you better hope I haven't had a drink in me. We are not going to get along. Everything's starting to hurt. Stretch those shoulders out a bit. I slept funny too. I was really good and tired. I slept well though. Like a log. A beautiful log. It's better than wood, it's good. It almost looks good enough to keep that first little section. Almost. But we want more uniformity than that. As long as it's obviously not perfect. So that's the vibe we got from the armor. That is our main uh, reference. This band's alright. I started listening and got all distracted and drifted off, which is kind of wonderful. It feels good. And I got to be present here for you guys, though. Just in case anybody want to tune in and ask me an art question or just say hi. Oh man, you know what I didn't talk about? My vengeance. My vengeance. I enacted my vengeance. Did I talk? I did talk about it. I talked about it yesterday, huh? But I think I should talk about it some more because it was really good, man. So much delicious vengeance. Oh yeah, that right there, that guy. I fought that guy. That was my vengeance. Makes sense to you? No. Don't pretend. How can it make sense? You have no context. Don't even pretend. Um, I did a bunch of work. My vengeance was doing more work. Like I said, I've been working on stuff. Right? I actually have been working on stuff. My game, and uh, I did a bunch of work so that I could playtest some stuff, and I made Helicopter run the campaign that I was running for him instead because I was like, he should be familiar with it by now. I've been setting him up this whole time, not completely on purpose. I've been teaching him the lore and whatnot so that he has a better understanding of it. And then I was like, well, you know how to run it. I've run enough of them for you. So here you go. Now you're the GM. And I got to play and I had a blast and it was great. I had a damn good time. I can't stop thinking about my character. I haven't got to play anything in years. and I got to see helicopter all he was all caught off guard and didn't know what the hell to do, and I was like, oh hell yeah. It's like, I'll give you a little time, bro. You just go ahead and do a little prep. I'll just sit here and look pretty while you do some prep. Oh man. I mean, it was really nice to get to play, man. That's what you got to do to run a game when you're forever GM. That's the lengths you got to go to. Nobody can be like, "Hey, man, I'll run a game." I mean, granted, I'm talking out my butt right now because Yuli's my only player. Um, got a couple other friends who are supposed to join, but they just proven um, well, they just haven't been able to make it. Uh, Unfortunately, life is like that sometimes. At least they try, unlike my other friends who don't try at all. Um, are they really friends? I don't know. Um, I mean, the answer is yes. They're just not that into it, which, is a source of sadness for me. Um, that's the way it goes, man. TTRPGs ain't for everybody, which is sad. Um, but true. Just like Metallica. I don't mean their song. It's just sad that they exist. But unfortunately, quite true. Hmm. So I've got a bunch of projects just sitting on the back burner. Uh, I need. I think it's hard to decide, but there's about like 12. I want to 12 shirts that I need to design real quick for my store that are not going to take anywhere near as long as this. I really should do some of those, but in order to keep from burning out, because this is like uh, turned out to be an epic undertaking, I do more work that I just enjoy, like oh cool, I'm just gonna do my character for my TTRPG, and I'm gonna do some sketches of my character, or I'm gonna just doodle in my sketchbook, and like that stuff's healing for me, right? Like like this is something I'm not 100% enjoying, but I absolutely need to see it through. So we'll just buckle in and get through it. In the meantime, like it's not drawing that I'm mad at. So I don't want to train myself to be um like, oh, I need to get away from drawing. Because you can accidentally train yourself to do a bunch of stuff if you're not careful. I don't want to train myself to not want to draw, which I've done in the past. Um and regret. Um so I need to draw stuff that's just for me, just for me and no one else. Um so I haven't been doing my other projects until this one's done. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely work on my t-shirt store and try to get a bunch of designs in there. Well, this doesn't look too good. Ah, screw it. We'll just go with it. Oh, like this. But man, I've been neglecting it too long. I was doing pretty well for a little while there, and I was coming out. I had a decent schedule going, and I had one shirt coming out every month. Um, this was actually supposed to be meant to get me back into it because the when I stopped, there was two reasons I stopped, and one was that it was incredibly time consuming to do my T-shirt designs in GIMP. Um, and I thought, man, if I get a tablet, um, that will speed things up and make me less discouraged to do my T-shirts. Well, things don't often turn out the way that I expect them. I didn't know that I was going to be stuck here. Um, you know, this art is kind of like my art block right now. I can't think about anything else until it's done. Um, it's 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 my obsession. Um, so it doesn't let me think about other things. Not in a work context. Uh, it's like, oh, it's time. I got to do work. This is it. Like this needs to be finished. And that's also a habit that I've been developing for a long time. Like just to see things through and not leave sketches everywhere and stuff unfinished. I've had enough of that in life. I need to have things done that feel like accomplishments. Um, and I don't know. I think for my first fully digital art, I mean, my other digital art I did with a mouse on a mouse pad. A little different. Um, I think for my first full digital art, this is coming out pretty well. I think it's going to be something I can be proud of. Hopefully, I sell more than one print, one T-shirt, because that's what I think I'm going to sell for all this damn effort. Um, but we will see. Definitely want to get back on my T-shirt game and uh, maybe see a little income come in so I can continue to be motivated to do this. Okay, that's interesting, but that's fine. Mm, down to 6. We'll go to 7. But I don't know, honestly. There's so many things on the back burner. Way too many. It's like I did a cyclotron drawing, and I want to get back to that series real bad. Um, what I do in that one is I just draw my favorite metal jams, whatever songs that I really like, and I draw my interpretation of them. And honestly, like I should probably turn those into to shirts as well or something or prints. I think I really dropped the ball by not turning those into things. But at the time, I didn't really consider it because, again, I was using GIMP to make my shirts. Um, I think actually a few of them I made on Paint. So it wasn't like I'm happy with those shirts. Don't get me wrong. Um, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're simpler because of it. Um, simple isn't bad, right? Like, as a matter of fact, like as far as t-shirts go, it's probably better because you want a bolder design. Same thing in tattoos. You want something that's really readable. That's more important than uh, having. I mean, people don't walk around with Rembrandts on their shirt or whatever it is, uh, Da Vinci's and Michelangelo's. It's not really in style. I don't know if it's like I don't want to say like t-shirt people are simple. I think you wear a t-shirt to be simple, right? Not to like uh I don't know, most people don't want clothes that draw a massive amount of attention. It's just whatever's in vogue, I guess. Something nice and simple. Um which doesn't really bode well for me, but because this somehow in my head this is a t-shirt design. What the hell was I thinking? I don't know. Um like well, I mean that was that I accidentally hit the nail on the head there. Is the problem is I had no idea what I was doing. I only now feel like I have some idea of what this process actually is and entails and what it really is. So that's dumb line. But man, I'm like, yeah, man, I'd really like to get to another project. But if I start one, I know that I will burn out. Um and so like especially my work that I try to sell, I want to do it in public. I want to stream it. And work that I do for myself, I don't want to stream. Like, it's for me. It's not for anybody else. Like, I don't know. Got to keep it separated. Oh boy, hands hurting though. Let's see if I can shake some blood into that. Ah, that's helping. Got a couple broken uh, tarsals, carpals. Oh, right. So when I stopped doing the t-shirts, there was two reasons, and one was like how hard it was to work with GIMP and how long everything was taking. I was already very displeased with it. I actually thought this would speed things up somehow. That might be the case. The problem was I knew that I had to learn how to do it. So in my head, when I started, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do um, a full digital piece to see what it's all about and learn what it is. Um, Naively, I thought that this was going to be simple to GIMP or Photoshop, similar to GIMP or Photoshop, and that I would learn it maybe in like 60 hours, and that I would have something after those 60 hours, 60, maybe 80 hours. I thought, like, I'll have something that's like, I'll have something that I'll have my first project and I'll have learned something. Um, and here I am, uh, I don't know, 250, 300 hours later, still working on the same thing. I mean, I guess I should be happy and feel blessed that I have the time right now, currently where I am in life. Um, this won't last forever, so I have to try to make use of this time. That's part of why I'm so determined to finish this. This is supposed to be like this is supposed to be my my lesson on digital art. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can pump out a design now in 60 hours that I'm happy with. I think so. Um, I think I got just a little bit of bad luck with the subject matter and being being me, the misfortune of being me. Um, like I see samurai armor. Samurai armor was traditionally made of limbs. It's lamellar armor. What do the limbs look like? Well, let's find out. Oh, Turns out there's like 1,000 of them. That's okay. What else is there? Chain armor for like 1,000 links. Okay. What else is there? Like detail around on every damn surface, paintings, all sorts of fixtures. Just like, what else is in this drawing? A freaking dragon with 1,000 scales. It's like I picked. I just So this drawing is for my friend Helicopter. That's why I'm getting vengeance on him for suggesting this and me not having the wisdom to tell him that that's absolutely suicide. Like so many bloody details. I've actually simplified some stuff. Like I didn't realize how much it is because in art typically I don't have an attitude about like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work. Like to me, everything takes about the same amount of time because I'm used to working at actually a pretty decent pace. Uh, I'm no stranger to filling out a page. That's It takes as long as it takes, and that's cool. It's all good. I just come to expect it. I know my process well enough that I could get away with it. It just turned out to be something very very different here. Um, but I mean, I'm too far into the lesson to quit now. This this band sucks. I can't stand it anymore. Cobra Crew, you guys are lame. Extremely lame. For shame for making something so incredibly lame. It's just corny. You guys are corny, man. Why would you make something so corny? What happened here? I skipped one. Don't skip stuff, stupid. Oh, that's probably why. Man, that was getting on my nerves. Hmm. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because I'm a little torn between returning to my Metal AF series or making new shirts, but now that I remember, I wanted to redo the Psychotron um, into use the same design for the character, but make it into a more t-shirt friendly design and a better design overall because um, I looked at it last time. Like in my head, it's not as good as I remember, but last time I looked at it, I was like, actually, this is pretty cool. Um, but I still agree with myself that it could be better. so so I don't know. There's so many shirts I got to work on, and I might pick some quick ones just to feel a victory. Like, oh, I got that done, just to feel good about myself after working on this so long. and getting back in the groove of getting a lot of stuff done one after the other. Trying to catch that rhythm, if you know what I mean. Why did When I came up with the idea, I thought drawing metal songs. That's the most brilliant thing I ever thought of, and it sucks. Well, the shirts don't the drawings don't suck. I think they're awesome. They're some of my favorite that I've ever done, but it sucks because it's something that I wanted to do for a super long time and just never did because, like I said, I was trapped in my head and didn't realize that I was using my imagination as a crutch to not have to do anything because my imagination is so good, and like if I draw it, it might not be as good. um, not really. I've been a pretty decent artist for quite a while. I wonder if I said that because it's like a Freudian thing that just came out of me right now, but um, or just because I'm absent-mindedly rambling on. Could be either one. Don't really care for psychoanalysis anymore. It's just something fun. As you can see, I'm rambling quite uh, profusely, but um, did I lose my train of thought again? Probably. Um, but it's something that I wanted to do for a super long time and didn't do because um, I was in this frame of mind where the things that I imagined were they it was the drawing. Instead of acting it out, I was just imagining it and being happy with the imagination part of it. Because it's so much easier to just imagine and not actually do any of it. And I was getting satisfaction out of it and I didn't realize it. Um, it took me a long time to figure that out. Oh, look at that. That's I'm content with that. Now it looks proper. It does need some more shadows, but that's fine. We'll get to that later. What is going on here? Let's skip this song at least, because that's not very good. If the next song isn't good, you guys are done. Especially after listening to good music, can't just switch that crud. I still need a lot of shadows to bring this together. All right, let's go down to the skirt. I'm trying to remember this. Well, just look this word up because I hate saying skirt. People have a thing about men wearing skirts. Kusasuri. 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 Kusazuri. Kusasuri. Kusasuri. You gotta do the kusasuri. Sorry for repeating it so much. I'm trying to drill it in there. As a matter of fact, maybe it'll help if I go down here instead of skirt, I write kusazuri. Kusazuri. There we go. Oh, I don't know if I have the stamina for this right now, though. See, I'm almost 4 hours in. Oh, that looks super good from there, though. Okay, cool. Trying to psych myself up, see if I can get myself to go a little longer. I need to hide the belt. And quite possibly this piece. Is it you? No, that's some other stuff. But it has to be around on top of this. This part. Let's rename this Kusa Zuri. Top. Okay. I guess that part we can leave on, so I don't do unnecessary work. All right, let's leave it like that for now. Oh, smokes. I just remembered what a pain in the butt this was. Oh, my goodness. I did this mostly by hand. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens if I do this. Not going well. Well, definitely gotten better at this. Not sure if that's good. This was extremely tedious the first time I did it. Is this another D&D band? Uh-oh. I might be on the wrong layer. I think Greyhawk is a D&D reference. Yeah, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, what the heck? Um, oh, it's not doing anything. Yeah, I'm on this bloody layer. Dumb, 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 dumb. All right, if I'm going to start making mistakes, then I'm going to call it. Because I don't have the fortitude to put up with myself right now. But guys, thank you for joining me. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for leaving your comments. Appreciate you guys keeping me company. I still got some shirts um, in the shop. If you want to head to my links and check them out. If not, it's cool. Um, you guys are still awesome as long as you remember to do the most important thing. If you've ever been at the end of one of these things, you know that is to stay metal.